Howdy folks, it's your boy here, and we back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and we have the Datamines for the Fallen Heroes and Rearmed Chrom banner. Now there's actually quite a lot of stuff going on in this update. Of course, the new mode Seer's Snare has also been implemented in this Datamines, so we have a little bit of information about that, and then we have, of course, stats and boons and banes, and we have the inheritance restrictions for the new skills. So let's just start things off. We're going to take a look at all of the new units and their stats, and we have, of course, Anankos up first. Before we take a look at the stats, we're going to go over here and take a look at the artwork. So here's his attacking or his neutral artwork. Nice touch with the bubbles there. Actually, the bubbles look really cool considering this guy has got the evil aura coming out and the red eyes. Really nice touch there. I love water. Like, in any game where you have to choose an element, like what element you want to be, I always pick water. I feel like water is the coolest element to be. So here's his attacking art. Really nice. Love the grin that he's got there. We got here the special attack art. It's unfortunate they didn't have him transform into his true dragon form. He's just like some dude in a hoodie. But, I mean, I guess Kieran had that same energy for years and years, so still pretty good. All right, then here is the injured artwork for Anankos. Nice to finally get this guy in the game as well. So, stat line courtesy, of course, of Mr. Gengar and Tsukasa for this lovely infographic. I don't usually use theirs anymore too often, but considering I'm already very late on this, we got to go for it. So, 42 HP with Anankos. We got 43 attack, 44 speed. What? No, 47? Consider me disappointed. Okay, we also have 36 for his defense and then 31 for res, giving him a 196 BST overall. Now, courtesy of Seismo Scientist, we also have the boons and banes here. So, Anankos has plus speed as a super boon, and that's it. So, perfectly fine. I mean, he is a fast, tanky unit. He reminds me a lot of the Valentine Lucina and also the Rearmed Grima, where he's trying to be a really quick armored unit, and he wants to tank the enemies with speed rather than having, like, super high defenses. Doesn't really matter. He has true DR on his weapon, and then he's got DR in his B skill from Savvy Fighter 4. So this guy seems pretty competent. Doesn't seem like a bad unit. If I had to compare him to OST Lucina and also Grima, like, which one of these guys is better, I would probably have to go with him. Mainly, not just because he's the most recent one, but I think his stat line is maybe slightly better than Lucina's. I can't remember what Lucina's base speed was, but I think Anankos probably has her beat. And then his weapon was doing quite a lot of things, so seems like a solid unit overall. Oh, also, you can give him that new ace skill from Rhea. What was it called again? Scowl or something? The one that gives you the Brave Tiki special ramp on the enemy. That'd be really sick on this guy if we ever get like an attack and speed variant of that. All right, next up we have Rearmed Chrom here, so let's take a look at his artwork. Now, of course, Risen King Chrom, one of the most long-awaited Fallen Heroes ever, and they did not disappoint whatsoever. This artwork is amazing. Really good. I love the color pops, too. Like, the reds, the purples, and the blues, like the really dark blues, looks really sick on this guy, so awesome stuff. Here's the injured art. Again, really phenomenal. Love the, like, spiraling effect there on his cape, like, just breaking apart. So, very good. Let's go ahead and take a look at his stat line. So, we have 41 HP. We have 45 attack. We have 46 speed, 29 defense, and then 18 res. So, that gives him a 179 BST overall. Not really that it matters. I mean, these Rearmed heroes, they're not really meant to score particularly high. They're just meant for giving you unlimited amounts of fodder. So his new fodder skill is his B skill, which he comes with a snag level 4. It seems pretty good. Definitely a much-needed upgrade to snag skills. Even if you're not using the snag effect itself, you can still just do speed and defense -4 on the enemy just from having it equipped. So already they just gave it some utility regardless of whether or not you can reach the conditions there. It's going to be easy for him, though, because he has to change fate, or it's a different one. Like all the Chroms, they have these reposition skills with different names, but it's just reposition with a second action, and then this guy's also inflicts exposure, so pretty dope stuff. Seems like a solid overall unit. He'll probably be like around as good, or maybe slightly worse or slightly better than Brave Chrom. All right, Maria. This is a unit that's been the talk of the town. Let's see Maria's artwork here. So, of course, they took this cute little girl and turned her into the most menacing monster ever. Look at this. The staff that she's holding, too. Look at that thing. That is not a staff. That's like a war scepter. God damn, bro. Maria, chill. All right, here's the attacking artwork, the special attack artwork, and then finally the injured art. She looks a little bit more cute here in the injured art, I would say. Like, her face looks more innocent than, like, over here where she's giving you, like, the DLC Saline vibes there. All right, so let's take a look at Maria's... Oh, I forgot to show Chrom's Boons and Banes. So Chrom has Super Boons on attack, and that's it. No Super Banes at all either, so sure. Okay, Maria's stat line we have here. So 37 HP. We have 44 attack. We have 45 speed, 16 defense, and then 35 res, giving her a 177 BST overall. And then Maria's Super Boon is in speed, and that's it. So plus speed, that's perfectly fine. We'll take it. We're bouncing around all over the place in terms of base speed here. We had 44 on Nankos, 45 on Maria, and then 46 on Chrom. And look at this, man. Violet's got 47. So it's like every single speed tier is being met on this banner for whatever reason. I don't know why. All right, regardless, Maria looks just dumb as hell. Her stupid miracle effect is basically life unending that she gives as a drive support. So, poor Legendary Fa, man. Legendary Fa in shambles after this banner. Because also, we got Violet's new A skill, which is the best version of Distant Counter that we have. You could argue that for save units in particular that cannot be solo, they can only be adjacent whenever they jump in to save. They're not going to be able to use those A skills, but it really doesn't matter, in my opinion. I think just combining solo with Distant Counter is just too much. So, yeah, this banner was a little bit nutty. This Maria's dumb, by the way. There's a few ways you can shut down her passive miracle drive support if you have, like, Severance from Emblem or, like, feud skills on the correct type, particularly colorless feuds, so you can stop her from supporting the ally. And there's also, like, Bramimon's C skill. I think Legendary Lyn also had Impenetrable Dark somewhere on her remix. So there's ways to get around it, but it's not exactly going to be cut and dry. So just keep that in mind. This Maria is going to be real annoying. Okay, now Byleth. Let's take a look at Byleth up next. Byleth is probably my favorite unit on the banner overall, I would say. I love her artwork the most. Just the colors here really look good. And the slimy looking aura for some reason. All right, so here's the special attack art. We got Sothis coming out there. So a lot of people have brought up that this is from Three Hopes, where there were a couple of chapters in Three Hopes, actually, where Byleth was being controlled by Sothis, and she was, like, rampaging or whatever. So this is where that's from. Not that I mind. I mean, sure, whatever. Okay, so Byleth's stat line, let's take a look here. All right, we got 40 HP. We have 44 attack. We got 47 speed, the dreaded. 32 defense, and then 25 res, giving her a 188 overall. Pretty good. So, Byleth is going to be like one of the most ridiculous frontline units I can imagine. Let's see her super boons, by the way. Okay, so Byleth has, of course, she has a super boon on speed. So that's 51, man. God damn. Yeah, no, Byleth really looks ridiculous. They gave her Divine Pulse, too. So, what makes Divine Pulse so crazy is that it counts as special base damage reduction, so the enemies can't turn it off with Deadeye or Lethality or Special Spiral 4. Now, you're coming in and you're doing that first. You're using Divine Pulse first when you come out with her, because she has speed preempt built into her weapon. So you clap them with Divine Pulse, and they're not going to be able to kill you. She gets like 75% DR from that shit. And then after they hit you, you're going to hit them again with another Divine Pulse to the face. And you're probably just going to delete them right there on the spot. Now, also, she has built-in Bulwark on her weapon. She nullifies enemy bonuses. This Byleth just does everything that you would want from a frontline God Sword. So, I think she is probably the best one overall. I think Maria's really good too, but she might be a little bit more situational. Byleth, it's real easy to just like, quantify how good she's going to be on paper just looking at all the stuff that she does. Whereas Maria's drive support with the Miracle, it looks really good on paper, but I still want to see her in action first and see if it's easy to counterplay it. So those are my thoughts on Byleth. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our GHB. We have Linus here. Would have been a little cooler if they gave us, like, Brendan Reed from the final chapter of FE7. I'm really waiting on Brendan Reed to get added here. But at least we have an evil version of Linus instead. I can't talk. Okay, so here's the attack art. Really good for a GHB art, by the way. Here is the special attack art. And then we got the injured. Wow, just all around really good art from this guy. So awesome to see anytime the GHBs get good stuff. So his stat line, let's take a look here. So we got 42 HP, we have 46 attack, 43 speed. Yeah, literally every unit on this banner has a different speed tier. What the hell, man? 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Okay. Intern Kuhn is having some fun, right? He's trolling us. Okay, wait a second. I messed up there. So 42 HP, 46 attack, 43 speed, 36 defense, and then 20 res. So he's got 187 overall. Pretty good. That'll jump him into the 190 bin, which is where we're at currently for these infantry types. And then Linus has a super boon on speed. Would have been nice if he had one in attack as well, considering his speed isn't like the craziest. Okay, so Linus, let's take a look at what his skills are. So I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. He does have a perf weapon, so that's going to make him a really good merge project if you're looking to score higher in arena modes and etc. But he's another axe, man. Come on. Anytime they want to give us like a free-to-play unit that's good, it's always got to be an axe unit. It's very rare that we get the other types. So Dead Fang Axe, 16 might, 1 range. Grants speed up 3. Okay, that does make up for his speed being a little bit lower. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants all stats up 5 to unit. Grants all stats up X to unit. Inflicts all stats minus X on the foe, where X is the current bonus on each of foe's stats. Calculates each stat bonus and penalty independently. Oh, that's similar to what Lake Jarn did, actually. Like the OG Lake Jarn with Niu, where she, like, steals the enemy's bonuses and turns them into bonuses for herself. It's a little bit different, though. I think the way that Lake Jarn's works was that it was all totaled together, and then she gets a bonus to each stat based on that total. But this is going to be each individual stat calculated separately, so it's still pretty good, though. Going to be insane. The amount of stat swings this guy can get, depending on how high the enemy bonuses are, it's going to be really good. Alright, also he gets 10% true damage based on his attack whenever he does damage, including when triggering a special. And then he reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40% during combat. Yeah, this is pretty good. Is he the best GHB, actually? He looks about on par with Lumera, I would say. Like, Lumera was roughly about this good, I would say. So, yeah, wow. Linus really looking pretty good there. He's going to be an awesome player phase unit. So, yeah, they really held it down here. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the other skills that he's got. He has Dragon Fang at 4-star. We got Guard 3 also at 4-star. RIP. Come on, give us better stuff. Like, what the hell? Okay, Panic Smoke at 5-star. Actually, I'll take that. We've never gotten Panic Smoke on a demote unit before, or a free-to-play one, so I'll take that. Sure enough. Okay, so distant attack and speed solo. What are the restrictions? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. God damn, bro. So every single weapon type, well, besides the ranged ones, obviously, because why would range units want distant counter? But basically every movement type, every weapon type besides range. This is dumb. Like, come on, man. So they're just going to keep on power creeping distant counter forever, apparently. What's next? We're going to get distant finish skills? Come on, insist. Alright, and then Savvy Fighter, of course, is armor lock. That's it. No weapon type restrictions, so range units and dragons and beasts alike can all use it. Pretty good. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at this over here. So, Fallen Maria, this guy has a question. Emergency Fold 3436. Does it work in ARD? Because it doesn't actually say under player's control, like Legendary Leaf. did the data mines find something out? Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, hold on. It doesn't look like anyone has got an answer here for this yet. I would assume that it doesn't, but let's see. Yeah, there's no quick reply to this at the moment. This was posted 3 hours ago, so I guess the verdict is still out on that one. I would have liked to get an answer to that, but okay. Okay, so now this is the final thing we have to take a look at. We have these new seals called Time Traveler seals, and it's hard to say what this really is, but it seems to have something to do with the new mode, the Seer's Snare mode that we're getting in a couple of days. So these are what all of these different seals do. Red Time Traveler, so I'm assuming all of these are color-coded. Against the foe equipped with this sacred seal, grants players' unit one of the following advantages or inflicts one of the following disadvantages based on that unit's color. So if blue grants a major advantage, unit deals damage equal to 20% of unit's attack and reduce damage from attacks by 20% of foe's attack during combat, and reduce damage from AoE specials by 80%. If colorless grants a minor advantage, unit deals damage equal to 10% of unit's attack during combat, and if green inflicts a major disadvantage, foe deals damage equal to 20% of foe's attack and reduce damage from attacks by 20% of unit's attack during combat, and reduce damage from AoEs by 80%. So, yeah, after reading all this, this does seem to be for Seer's Snare, because they did mention something like this, where color advantage is going to be even more impactful in Seer's Snare. These are probably going to be boss-equipped seals in there, like the bosses you fight in that mode will have these. So, depending on what color of unit you decide to fight the bosses with, these different types of effects are going to come into play. So, okay. All right, for the blue Time Traveler seal, against foes equipped with this seal, grants players' unit one of the following advantages or disadvantages based on that unit's color. So if green grants a major advantage... Oh, all of these are actually the exact same, so I guess we don't need to read all of them, right? Okay, we'll read colorless, though, because colorless is a little bit different. Against the foe equipped with this sacred seal, grants players' unit one of the following advantages or inflicts one of the following disadvantages. So if red, blue, or green grants an advantage, unit deals 20% of unit's attack during combat. And if colorless inflicts extreme disadvantage, foe deals 40% of foe's attack and reduces damage from attacks by 40% of unit's attack during combat, and reduces AoEs by 80%. Yeah, that's pretty raw. Colorless versus colorless is going to be an uphill battle there. God damn, man. 40%? Okay. Yeah, so it looks pretty good. Can't wait to play the new mode. It should be fun, hopefully. I mean, how many of these new modes that they decide to add actually end up being good? So we'll see, but I'm not going to pass judgment on the new mode yet. So let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about these data mines and all this good stuff? I mean, I would check this, but it's a spoiler. I don't want to see what that is right now. So that's all for today, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. And this is your boy Tacho signing out. I will be summoning on the Fallen banner, by the way. I do want to pick up a copy of Byleth at least. I might go for the first Spark and then try... Like, the goal would be to get Maria and Byleth, but if I can only get one, I'll definitely go for Byleth. So that's all for today. This is your boy Tacho signing out. So take care, fellas, and I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.